so long. You're all that I see.
Today is an exciting day, not only because we're waking up in the Bahamas, but also because our good friends of sailing vessel Andromeda have just arrived. Our friendship with Chris and Michele goes all the way back to our New York City days. More recently, we actually began our cruising adventure together when we left the East Coast last year and sailed down to the Bahamas as buddy boats. And this year, we've all made it back to the Bahamas again, just in time for a long-awaited reunion. We're celebrating that reunion together tonight aboard Andromeda. We're making pizza from scratch, something we used to enjoy doing back in our New York City days. Before I get ahead of myself, though, you need to meet these amazing humans we're lucky to call friends. First, this is Chris.
This is pizza number 1, salami and mozzarella.
This is Michele. And last but not least, this is Mud, their 11-year-old adorable golden retriever.
It's pretty dang good pizza coming off a barbecue.
Yeah.
Like the last time we did it, it was like so perfect. I was like, I didn't know the barbecue could do this well.
So we're having breakfast this morning on our friend's boat. Pasta carbonara, go figure.
Frittata, I think.
Frittata, something.
No matter what you hear, it isn't always sunny in paradise. And one of the many great things about having a buddy boat to cruise with is that it makes rainy days, like the one we've woken up to today, that much more fun. Good morning!
This thing is absurd. Yeah, it weighs about 4 pounds. Bacon, onion, whole wheat pasta, mozzarella cheese. What the hell? 6 eggs. What did you make it?
Chris, what inspired this amazing concoction?
I had so many eggs, I needed to do something.
Staying cozy down here.
It's good to wash the boat. Yeah, that's what I said this morning. My boat was all clean.
The rain passed later that day, but we stayed in cozy mode all the way until nightfall, later hanging out back in Calico skies and enjoying more time together.
So we're gonna jump in. We dropped everything and now we're gonna just check out this water because it's literally like an aquarium. I can't get over it. So we've just been on a dive right around the boat. Will just came back with, I came in a little earlier, I got cold. Will just came back with a lovely grouper and some other fish that we...
That's like a little snapper, right?
A little snapper. He's... Ah! Oh! Gosh! Man. I think we should do something. Ah! Oh! I'll show you guys later.
this is a grouper, and we usually try to avoid grouper when we can because they are endangered. However, they are in season right now. What makes them one of the reasons they're endangered is because
fish return to spawn in the same exact location at the same time of year. So fishermen go and just attack the spawning fish, and they've done danger to the population. I think the Bahamas population is considered stable now, but throughout the Caribbean they're endangered. So it's not our first choice of fish to catch.
the other thing that makes fishing a little bit challenging in the reefs here in the Bahamas is that we have to be careful for Cincatera. When we're spearfishing, or when Will's spearfishing, he is trying to avoid going for fish that are too large. So it's a bit of a challenge because you don't want to get fish that are young and small, but you don't want to get fish that are too big because when they've been in the reef for too many years, it makes them a lot more susceptible to having this neurotoxin that neither Will nor I have ever had and don't want to have. So it is kind of, that is one of the other challenges, is because underwater everything looks closer.
Yep, bigger than it is.
And bigger than they are, so it's just challenging. So really, bringing that back to this grouper, it's actually the perfect size grouper for us because it's a very young adult. It's just over the juvenile, what's considered to be juvenile, but still small enough that we don't have to worry too much about Cincatera.
No, the little tiny piece.
Yeah.
Before it gets overdone. I had it by it. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's really good. You should try it.
What are you doing?
Stalking people's AIS.
For all the non-boaters out there, AIS stands for Automated Identification System and is a way for boats to see each other electronically. It provides basic information on a vessel and is primarily used for collision avoidance.
We're trying to figure out how to get through Devil's Backbone, which is a notoriously tough reef to navigate. You could hire a pilot for like $200, but we don't really want to do that. So we saw the pilot going out with another large sailboat, so we're stalking him on the screen. You see the purple route? This is Sea Cloud.
Where's the purple route?
This purple line. So he's actually just following
Oh.
they're following, this is Explorer chart data, and looks like he's just really following that line. But we'll see as he gets closer here. This is the real problem, Devil's Backbone. You have to be very careful going through there. But yeah, so we're gonna attempt this, I
And
think.
that's because of the reefs,
The reefs,
that are on both sides of the...
Yeah, you have to go closer
The channel,
closer to
right?
shore. Yep.
Later that day, Michele and Chris come by to hammer out the details of our plan.
So what are you guys so excited about right now?
So we're supposed to be hiring a pilot to go through Devil's Backbone, but we found a big sailboat taking the pilot with them. So we got the AIS track to show up on OpenCPN, a purple line, on its exact route.
What's OpenCPN?
It's a free charting software for sailors.
Oh,
And
okay.
we are just making a route of his track now so we can follow it on our own.
And how is that working? Like, how is that, like, that's like live?
So our instruments are putting on a Wi-Fi network, and the computer is picking up the Wi-Fi instrumentation, so it has all our AIS data, our wind, our radar, and we can control all the functions from the computer through the air.
That's cool.
Did I just lose him?
And this is really a free program?
No, he's right there now. Yeah, completely free. We're watching him through here. See all the coral heads everywhere?
Yeah, the guidebook mentions that you'll see 2 corals at the end of Preacher's Cove that you have to leave to starboard.
So we should like take this track and then like maybe make notes of like whatever the waypoints from Explorer are. Like if you're saying there's 2 heads, like we could try to like
Be able to drop the waypoints.
drop a waypoint and put a note so we know what we're looking for as we go through.
Because our guidebook has the actual coordinates for the waypoints.
It has some waypoints in it, yeah.
But
To get you through the whole thing.
Yeah, but it'd be good to have the notation.
No, and
with
have
this
them
track.
on
Yeah, I'd like
on
to
the
see
chart.
where they are in relation to this guy's track.
Yeah, that would be helpful too. Because this is low water right now. Right, they're going through like 2 o'clock's low tide, so. It's an
What
hour
kind of
from
boat
low.
was it?
It's like looked like a Hinkley almost. It looked like a nice.
Very nice sailboat.
Not very nice, like 60-foot sailboat or something.
But they're doing over 6 knots.
So they must have like at least a 5-foot draft.
Yeah, he's
You would think.
55 feet. And his beam is 13. Yeah, it's gotta be pretty deep, you would think.
Yeah, he's probably like 6 feet.
And his bed's out on the deck. I've been taking it out every day. And
Aaron out in his bed.
Laying it in the sun.
So what are you guys just talking about now about the tides?
So we should be doing this not at low tide, we should do this right now.
So it's 12:30 and low tide is at 2:30.
You have to do it after 10, like midday. So like after 10 a.m. because of the sunlight, you need perfect visibility to tell between.
Great. So ideally we want to do this tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning we're thinking of high
If there's
tide.
no thunderstorms. Which
Yeah, if there's any kind of, and there's like, I think the weather, they said nothing from the north, northwest, north, or northeast, and I think it's east tomorrow as well.
So this is more Devil's Backbone.
Yeah, we're just getting him set up on it, what we had with OpenCPN. So we're trying to do some Wi-Fi interfacing to the laptop so we can take all the data down from his network, his instrument network, and put it
Okay.
onto the computers.
So we'll have to see if we can find the IP address of my instrumentation network and put it in the computer. This is very new for me.
Gotcha.
We're like a bunch of nerdy hackers here.
Computer number 1. Computer number 2.
We're also, at the same time, we're airdropping.
Golden Retriever.
Yeah. Does that go through? Did it fail out?
Mine's going.
It's like, is there a network thing? I found mine pretty quickly. It was like, go to your Wi-Fi setting. Okay. So where do I put that now? So go to the settings on OpenCPN.
Curious to see what's going to happen when we attempt the big reef navigation tomorrow? Well, you'll find out in the next episode when we finally put the plan in motion and see what this Devil's Backbone is all about.